Thank you for joining me today on Becca's World. I'm your host, Blind Becca. Today we're recording the second episode of The Blind View. So Megan and Kayla are joining us again today. How are you, ladies?
You're doing really well, Becca. Thanks for asking.
Hi, I'm doing good.
Great, ladies. So what's everybody up to today?
Today's been a crazy day. My son had a couple meltdowns because of schooling, so that was great fun. But we had a picnic, trampoline for lunch, so that made it better.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Is your son doing better now?
He's doing better now. He's just struggling a lot with the online format of schooling. So we got him a new Chromebook that he's using. So he doesn't have to sit at the computer for as long. He's able to move around, sit at the table or on the couch.
Okay.
It's just the whole process of the material's difficult for his level, and it's where he should be, but with his dyslexia, it's a struggle. So we're finding new and interesting ways to make it better, though. And it's really hard because none of it's accessible to me. So that's another struggle, but we're getting there, I think.
Do you have the ability to call like a resource room teacher or somebody and ask them some advice during a time like this?
Yeah, so that's kind of what I've been doing. We've put in some different incentive charts. His teacher created an incentive chart with him. I've been in contact with his reading coach as well as his OT instructor. So they're giving me different ideas and things to work on with him and different ways to work. So it's not that, it's just a hard situation. It's new for all of us. We're all trying to navigate it, and it's not the easiest, but we're still trying. So
well, sounds like you guys have a lot of road ahead of you to make it work. Like you're all working together. That's good.
Yeah.
What about you, Megan?
Well, we've been working, and it's kind of just been a little bit, of a stressful, well, I mean, not in a bad way, but kind of a waiting game to see kind of what's going to happen with, with when the state will open back up, but then you see all these numbers going up. So, that's also kind of, sad and a little, worrisome because, you don't want a bunch of people to be sick with a virus that we can't fix or right now. And, so, we're just kind of on our tippy toes, like waiting.
So I know that Meg has a pool. Do you guys have landscapers or pool people that come weekly? Are they still coming at your guys' homes during this time?
I do have a pool person that comes once a week, and yes, he has continued to come, which is nice. And then also, I did have my housekeeper come. I have someone come over kind of once a month because it's kind of like, just to help me out, if there's something that's, big that I need, help with or something. So I have someone come over once a month, and we had a very interesting conversation the other day about, how her business is going and, how our businesses are doing. So, she's a little bit more open right now because of all this, and, which is sad, but she does such a good job. And, so, hopefully she'll be getting her stuff back up. But some
That's
people
great that you're still, still continuing to employ her.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are struggling during this time.
Yeah. How have you been though?
Oh, I've been good. I have like my pool. I have the same pool and landscaper guys I've had for quite a while now, and they're still coming and doing all of that. This afternoon, my friend Gino came over and helped me with some stuff, and it was really good seeing him. It was weird. As he was leaving, I was watching the news in my bedroom, and I haven't had a chance to go back and see what it was all about, but that's what I'm going to do as soon as I'm done with this. They announced something about Kim Jong-il being incapacitated. It really concerns me because he's the world leader of a country that has weapons of mass destruction, you know? And
Yeah.
if he's incapacitated during this situation, this perfect time for a coup, you know? So it just concerned me. So I'm going to go follow up on that when I'm done.
Yeah, I need to follow up on that too. I haven't heard anything. I mean, well, you know how you watch the news so much and then you kind of just get sick of it and it's like, oh, you know, and then you miss something big. And so I'll have to check that out.
Mhm.
Yeah, I personally had to take like a small break from the news, just kind of decompress and focus more on my direct family and stuff like that. So,
Oh, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
yeah.
I did, however, see, which I thought was interesting, you know, that some of the states are, you know, including Arizona, are starting to riot a little bit, you know, which is understandable because we've been kind of closed down for a while now. But, you know, I feel like some of these governors get a little bit too, you know, like kind of telling us, you know, a little bit more than we need to know, or a little bit more than, you know, than we need to do. Like, I basically parenting us as adults. So, like, oh, go ahead.
Do you mean you think the governors are being too restrictive or reaching too far?
I feel like they're, in some cases, yes, they are being a little too restrictive. Just because, you know, we know what, you know, we're watching the news too. I feel like they're just kind of trying to start things, you know, a little bit by saying, you know, well, you can't go paint your house, or you can't, you know, like
Work in your
ridiculous things.
garden.
Yeah, it's like pick your battles, because really, like, we're all, you know, like I said, I'm worried right now about things. And, you know, the last thing, you know, I understand we need to be, you know, closed down and everything, but I also don't need someone parenting me as to what I need to do. I need to be, you know, I'd like to feel kind of more equal, and I think that's what people are thinking too.
It's the nanny state overreaching and taking
Yeah.
authority during a time like this, and that's what we really need to watch out for.
Mm-hmm.
Need to protect against.
Yeah, especially when people can't even go out. Like,
yeah, exactly. And they're like treating us like infantile children who can't make decisions about when it's safe to cross the street. You know what I mean? And like I think a lot of us, or most of us, are smart enough to take the proper precautions when we're out there, you know?
that's what I'm hoping. And on the other hand, I understand there are people that are like, you know, all the, you know, I don't care, you know, we're gonna be fine or whatever. And, you know, it's hard to be 100% safe. You know, that's why we just have to watch out for each other. And that's all we need to know is, hey, there's this pandemic, you know, and it's killing a lot of people. So, you know, we're gonna do these steps to close the state for right now. And, you know, if you guys could just, you know, work with us, and, you know, just know that it's out there, and be wary of it. Like, that's all we, you know, all we need to know. But I understand some people need a little bit more guidance, I guess.
Okay, guys. So can I just say one more thing, and then I want to give the floor to you guys because I'm talking a lot, I think. I just wanted to point out that right now, even though there's a lot of people around the world who are hurting and stuff, some of us, since we're locked in our homes, some of us who have access to the internet and reliable computers could be spending this time going online and educating ourselves and learning stuff. You know what I mean? So that's what I would like to encourage. I'm trying, you know, I'm working like mad on my second book, but if I wasn't, I'd be spending all my time trying to learn stuff. You know what I mean? And so right now, people who are sitting at home bored, why not go online and try to find something that you can learn? You know what I mean? Maybe some new skills or something, you know? We have these wonderful tools at our disposal, and I think we should be taking advantage of them right now. Instead of everybody just sitting around feeling depressed, you know?
I totally 100% agree with you.
Like there's so many cool trainings even for the blind online, you know?
Yeah, I took a origami class again this weekend for it was on Zoom, and I made a frog. So
Okay.
I made a frog last week, but I taught my kids how to do it this week.
So is that your Corona flag?
Yeah, so I'm holding a little green frog. And it's just made out of, we got our origami paper yesterday. So I taught the kids how to make a frog, and my daughter taught me how to make a cootie catcher.
A cootie catcher?
I remember those. Those are updated though from when we were kids. Or
So I didn't write in it. Yeah, it's the exact same thing we used to do as a kid, but I didn't remember it. You can flip them up and everything. So yeah.
Oh my gosh. So it's all folded. How did you do that?
I just use
sorry.
paper. I'll have to show you sometime though. Maybe I'll do a video and put it on my Facebook page.
How long does it take, Kayla?
The frog probably takes about 5 minutes. The cootie catcher, just a couple minutes. And then I made like these little snack little bags. I need bigger paper because this is not big enough for a snack.
Well, Kayla, would you want to do a 5-minute video next week on the show showing people how to do that?
Yeah. So if everyone brings some square paper, I can teach you how to do one.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Does it have to be special, any kind of special paper, or can it be any paper?
No. So if you bring a piece of printer paper, I can show you how to make it into a square as well.
Okay. And so color recommendations or?
Anything you have, whatever you have at home.
Okay.
So.
Great. So for all our viewers on next week's episode, Kayla will be demonstrating on how to create an origami frog. That'll be fascinating.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
Great.
Ooh.
What have you been doing today, Megan?
Right now, what Becca was saying, I'm taking advantage of not really learning on the internet right now, but kind of getting my paperwork a little bit more organized. So on my computer with my vending machines. Oh, that's my little dog. She's crying. So I've been getting all my vending machines onto an Excel spreadsheet. Well, actually they kind of all were, but I'm just making sure that all the information is updated because sometimes machines move, sometimes they, we get different things in, and so I just wanted to make sure everything is up to date. I figured this would be a good time to do it.
That's perfect. The first week or two of the since we've been home, I've been organizing my cabinets and just getting things cleaned out. So I have a whole pile of stuff that someday I need to go donate.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Probably
I'm
nice.
just using the time to get mad work done on my book.
Yeah, that's awesome too. I bet you really needed the time for that.
Oh, I really did. And the other day, I think I said it on the video last week, I just broke so I had to start a new file on my computer because I maxed out the number of words in a single Word document, so.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do that.
Yep. So now when I open up my current file and I go Control F for find on JAWS, you know what I mean? On Word, I hit chapter. There's only three find instead of 20 like was on the last file. So instead of the third one is chapter 20 instead of chapter 3. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I do way more work than that.
Wow.
It's a lot of work writing. I mean, I don't know what you mean.
I think that's really cool, Becca. I couldn't even be able to begin to think how much time and effort it takes to even edit and do all that. So that's really cool.
This is my second book. When I wrote my book, I didn't know how to use the computer as well as I do now. So before, I literally had a girlfriend doing most of my editing for me and stuff. And this time I'm all myself. So
really, wow.
Yeah. I learned a lot at Savvy, on how to use Word with JAWS. They really empowered me. It's a good place.
Yeah, I learned a lot about JAWS there too. I knew nothing about JAWS before I took my technology classes.
That's something I need to learn a lot more about. I actually just opened a case with Voc Rehab, so hoping to go
Good
back
for
to,
you.
yeah.
Good for you, Kayla.
Yay.
Do you have any job goals in mind?
Yeah, I want to be a healing arts practitioner. So I want to help people who are in chronic pain, but not using medications and stuff like that. So that's my goal.
Using more holistic options?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So
Good for you.
yeah. Yeah, I'm super excited, but it's going to be a long process.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think that's really cool too. I've been really starting to get into oils, like the different oils. Before I kind of thought, oh, whatever. But if you really think about it, oils have been around forever, and they've been around since the days of Jesus. So so I started my little regimen, and I've been diffusing oils, and actually Kayla and I we made some bath salts, and she made a sugar scrub, and so it's been really interesting
Really?
seeing how these do. Yeah.
Are you guys gonna sell? Are you guys gonna like put different scents on them and sell the sugar scrubs and stuff? I actually know people who do that.
yeah, I use them all first.
I know. I wanted to when I first started hearing about the coronavirus and I heard about the hand sanitizer sales, I was really thinking they go good in the cafe and still, even in the vending machines. I just never got, it just takes so much time to bottle all that and, all that. So, but I have thought about it.
Speaking of this crazy coronavirus, I cannot wait for stuff to open back up. The first thing I'm going to do is call the salon, make a hair appointment, call the other and make a nail and waxing appointment.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the pool.
Is that the first thing you're going to do, Kayla?
Yeah, our pool's all locked up, so we can't go to the pool. And my kids, they're like, Mom, but it's like pool weather. Last year we were swimming. Although my kids are crazy. They went swimming in Megan's pool in February, so.
It was the polar bear challenge. It wasn't crazy.
It was the what challenge?
It was called the polar bear challenge, and I thought it was really cool how they had it set up. It was it was like watching a reality race. They jumped in the pool and they swam across as fast as they could in 50-degree water. And
was it just Kayla's kids or was it several children?
No, it was just Kayla's kids. We just sat and watched and cheered them
It was
on.
Valentine's Day. That's what we did for Valentine's Day.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun.
Yeah.
It was.
Isn't it neat some of the new things we're doing during this virus?
Yeah.
It's different.
I've been doing a lot of cooking.
Really, Kayla? Like, have you tried anything new?
Yeah. The kids and I made pretzels, like soft pretzels like you get at the mall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so a couple of my friends, I was telling them about it. So like 4 of my other friends have now done it with their kids. And it's really fun because you get to like roll out the dough and shape them, and then you put them in baking soda water, and that's what gives them that texture on the outside, that like smooth, like.
Really?
Yeah. And
do you
then
just dip them or do you soak them in the water?
You soak them in there for like 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then you take them out and you put them on a cookie sheet and you let them rise, and then you bake them. I think for like
you put salt on them at some point, or?
Yeah, so after I take them out of the water and let them set for 10 minutes, then we put the rock salt on it, so they're a little bit chunkier.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, they turned out really good. We've made Jello and pudding. Oh, and cookie dough that we put in the pudding, like edible cookie dough.
Ooh, that sounds good.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, so we've been baking. My daughter loves to cook. So
that's great. How many children do you have?
I have 2. I have a 9-year-old and a 12-year-old. My daughter actually turned 12 during quarantine, so that was fun for her. She was
was she bummed that she couldn't have friends over?
Yeah, she was. But I had all her friends and a bunch of our family, almost all our family, sent me little clips of saying happy birthday to her, or singing happy birthday, or all kinds of different things. And then I used iMovie and I uploaded them all into iMovie, and it like seamlessly played them all it was actually really cool. I was impressed with. I'm like, oh my gosh! So my husband helped me organize them a little bit, but other than that, I could pretty much do it independently.
That's wonderful.
Wow, that's good to know. Sorry.
Yeah, so it was really
Great.
cool. So
Yeah, I've thought about looking at the iMovie. What were you gonna say, Kayla?
and then for her gifts, my son made a treasure hunt. So she had to go find all her gifts before she could open them in the morning. So that was a lot of fun. Like, one was in the oven and some were in the freezer. And so that was a lot of fun. It gave it, instead of a party, she got to at least do that. So it was so fun, actually. And then she made her own birthday cake because we got her a cake decorating kit for her birthday.
That's pretty cool.
That's great.
So any parents out there whose kids have birthdays during the quarantine, some ideas at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are some good ideas. Well, I've been spending a lot more time with my dog, I don't know if you can see her or not, I can tell, but she just will not let me put her down.
She's your baby.
Yeah. So
I
she likes
can't
to be a part of everything.
wait for it to get warm enough to go swimming. I figure another week or two I'm going in my pool, you guys.
I'm jealous. I wish we had a pool.
Have you been in your pool already, Megan? I'm such a chicken. I have to have the water pretty warm.
I kind of have to have the water pretty warm too, but I think if people are with me, it usually kind of motivates me to do it a little earlier. But so we'll see. But it's getting warmer.
Oh, yeah, I know you mean. When I left my husband, I was alone for almost a whole year, right? And I only went in the pool like one time that whole year because it wasn't any fun by myself.
Right. There's a lot of things that aren't too fun when you're by yourself. It's more fun to do with somebody. So, especially drinking coffee. I love when Kayla and I in the morning sometimes we'll call each other and drink coffee together, and that's so nice.
I love that too. That's one thing I've been doing a lot more video conferences just with my friends and hanging out that way. I just set them on the table where they would be sitting and pretend they're there.
I also had a really good, I don't know, Becca, how you've been doing this. It was kind of like a first quarantine game weekend that people seem to be doing. And so there was a lot of different games going on Saturday. And so I ordered some food.
Like online games or in person?
No, online. Quarantine, online. So on RS Games, I don't know if you know one of our friends, Ariel Silverman. She had something going on. And,
oh my gosh. Dude, when I first moved here, I was really got into RS Games, right? But that was in 2015.
Uh-huh.
I've been working on my book. The only thing I do is my book. I have not even looked at my RS games in 3 years. When I finally get time and an interest to go back to playing it, I'm probably gonna have to set up my profile and everything all over again.
You never know, because I hadn't played it in a while either, and I was able to get right back in it.
Really? You think so?
Yeah.
Literally the last time I played it was on a laptop, and I downloaded the RS games thing on my phone, and I've just never went on there to set up a profile. I don't, you know what I mean? So I'm sure it's easy when I get to that point, but I don't even have an hour where I want to set up a profile and spend time playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really engrossed in my book these days. So
I'm excited about that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I know 2 authors too.
Kayla, are you writing?
What?
Kayla, are you writing a book?
No.
Megan,
No,
I was gonna say we actually played some cards on the RS games is what I was going to say. And even my husband set up a profile so he could play with us. So
oh, cool.
Yeah,
that was really fun too. We did that last weekend, and actually one of her husband's friends signed up too. So we had 2 sighted people on the RS games playing right along with us, and it was awesome.
I didn't know sighted people could play on RS games. You know, my estranged husband got a dice roll profile so he could play with me on there, but.
No, but what I was saying about 2 authors is I know someone, her name is Nikki, and she writes novellas, like of all different kinds. So I know you, and I know her, and I know a few others, but it's hard to say, you know, if I should even count them as, because I don't know them that well. So.
Anyway, ladies, thank you. Do you guys have anything else you'd like to share today?
No, I hope everybody's having a good week, and I hope this show kind of helps give people some, ideas and different things to do kind of while we're all doing this, and, we're all in the same boat here, so.
Now, I don't remember if last week, did I share the information about what Freedom Scientific is doing? Actually, I don't think I did. I watched a podcast, I believe it was last Thursday, or listened to a podcast. And Freedom Scientific is giving away free downloads of JAWS, Zoom Text, or Fusion between now and June 30th for students who are at home and want to try them out.
Wow, that's pretty cool for people who need to upgrade and stuff. That is really cool. Even the upgrades?
Yeah, well, I'm assuming what you do is you go to their website and it's they said there's a link right on there that says free download or whatever,
Wow, that's a really
here's
good
my
deal,
thing.
guys.
I'm already subscribed to JAWS, and I've got like the annual subscription that's like $50 or something. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't even need this other thing. But for people who have not tried JAWS or Zoom Text or what's the other one, Fusion before, who want to download them and try them, like I've never tried out Zoom Text or Fusion. Like someone like me this is an opportunity for us to download them and try them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've never heard of Fusion before. Is that an enlarging software and a talking software, or is it just a talking?
I think it's the immersion of JAWS and Zoom Text. Yeah, I think.
Wow.
Understanding. And like, when you download JAWS, the training materials are kind of built in.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah.
I suspect all of Freedom Scientific's materials probably come that way. So users like us can probably download like Zoom Text or Fusion and familiarize ourselves with them and try them out during this time,
That's really cool that they did that, because I know when I had JAWS and Zoom Text together, I mean, they're made by the same company, but it was harder to work with both of them at the same time. So it was actually a good thing for me, because then I would just turn off my Zoom Text and be like, forget it. Like, I'm just going to use my JAWS. But with Fusion, that sounds cool that they fixed that a little bit. Is that kind of what you're saying?
No, but listen, I think they said that it's for students and employees, but I'm probably wrong about that, because it honestly makes more sense that they would offer it free to everybody so that people can all try it. You know what I mean?
Well, I could definitely look into it and see.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
And yeah, I thought it was really great that they were offering that. And I really support Freedom Scientific. They're a really good company.
Oh, yeah.
They've always done what they can for the blind to provide us good materials,
Yep. Cool to know.
I was reading earlier this article about how they are starting to train dogs to sniff out the coronavirus, like they can other diseases, and I thought that was really cool.
Oh my goodness, Pippi is very interested now.
Yes. Okay.
Really?
Let's teach you. Yeah. So they've just started the process of trying to train them, but I guess they can. They've already been teaching dogs to be able to sniff out people who have like Parkinson's disease and stuff like that, because your pheromones change, which I'm like, that is super interesting. And then I also heard that a at-home test was approved today, and I'm not sure exactly how available that's going to be to the general public. It sounded like it was going to be more for like first responders and things like that, but definitely seems like they're making some progress in at least the testing for now.
And that's the testing, at-home testing for the corona?
Yes.
I don't even know how to go get tested. Should I want to go get tested? Because I don't even have a doctor.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how you would do it either.
I don't know, but I know that there's like a shortage right now, so I'm not doing it unless I actually feel like I have to at this point. But I know Mayo Clinic is doing it, or that's what I heard anyway. That Mayo is doing
and there's
it.
drive-through locations and stuff like that that have popped up.
I figured if I get symptoms, I'll call the hospital and find out where I should go, you know?
Yeah. But most people don't know they have it, and most people, it's treatable at home, luckily. So.
Yeah, it's like 5 or 6% though, you know. Yeah, or you know, people that are dying is it in the US or in Arizona? I think it's US. Does anybody know?
I'm not 100% sure. I haven't seen the numbers in a while. I just hit over 40,000 deaths.
To be perfectly honest, I don't even look at the numbers because my understanding they were changing on a daily basis, and the people that I knew who were looking at them were all getting stressed out. And I said before, I'm not scared of dying, so I would, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I totally do.
I'm not scared to die, but I don't want to be like, hey, you know, like I'm just gonna touch everything, and you know, I mean, I want to be careful. But I know what you mean.
Afraid of dying, you just don't want to die.
I'm with you, Meg, but like if every day you jump up and you turn on the news, you're like, okay, today's death count is, oh my God, it's gonna be, you know, that's just gonna stress you out and a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Whatever you die from eventually, you know what I mean? So
yeah, you just can't worry about it, but you can be aware of it. That's what I always tell people. Because we gotta get back to work.
Dying from it, and that's enough for me. I don't need to know the numbers. So
yeah.
So
well,
I was just gonna say it's getting warmer. I'm gonna be turning on my air conditioning, but I've been fighting it. I'm like, I can just open up a window at night and then it stays fine, you know, like it kind of cools it off for the morning, and then it gets a little hot in here in the afternoons, but then I'm just like, nope, I'm not going to turn it on until I have to. So the fight.
I turned mine on. Our bedrooms windows, I have one that's west facing in my bathroom, so it just gets so hot upstairs in our room because the sensor for our air conditioner is on the total opposite side of the house also. So I've had mine on. I'm like, I can't sleep when it's hot.
Yeah, well, you have dogs that bark too, so that's what you're saying. Can't keep your windows open. I'm lucky that way.
Hank, actually, when I do open the window, my dog sticks his head out, and he doesn't try to jump. It's just so funny. Just like sticks his head out the window. It's funny.
The window of the car?
No, of our bedroom.
Oh, okay.
That's scary.
Well, so did anybody call into last night's call? The Monday evening thing?
I did not.
For the Phoenix chapter, I did not. We were kind of thinking to do something like that, you know, in the East Valley a little bit. We just got kind of, we're figuring out, you know, who we got, and so we were thinking about doing something like that with them. But so, you know, too, just to make sure everybody's okay and everybody kind of knows that we're here. So
okay.
My insurance company actually called me to make sure I was okay. My health insurance company.
Oh, wow. That's so nice.
I thought it was interesting. Yeah.
Who's your health company?
I have WellCare.
WellCare. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, they did a check-in, made sure, you know, if there's anything I had any concerns about or anything. It was really nice of her, or nice of them. But the lady was very polite, and I think that's a very good thing they're doing, especially because for the elderly, especially. you know, even just knowing someone cares or have someone to talk to.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and that's good that they're doing that.
Yeah, so I was really happy that they did it.
Yeah, thank you.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I heard that are you talking about those meals too that they're giving out now? They're actually offering them to blind people as well as the elderly. You can sign up. They give you like 2 meals a day for like 10 days. And I've heard they're very good. They're the only thing is that they're not labeled. So it's kind of like, you know, if you can't see, then you're getting, you know, kind of like you don't know what you're getting. But everything that I've been hearing that they've been getting is really good. And
So, Meg, can you give details? Like, is this a delivery service, and what's it called, and how do people take advantage?
it is a delivery service. And you know what? I can't because I don't have the information right this second. But by next week, I can have all that information, or I can send it out to you. But I need to get. I don't have the exact name, but it sounds like a very good deal.
Yeah, if you could get that information, Meg, and then next week, what I do is like, I give it to Brandon and Brandon can read it back or something like that, unless you want to read it yourself, you know what I mean? Then it could be, our viewers could get it also for their benefit, you know?
I think that's a great idea. I definitely want to do that. So yeah, as soon as, I'll get it as soon as possible because I know it's something that could be very beneficial.
Yeah, my goal is to at least have one piece of information each week to help my viewers. That's why I gave the information about the Freedom Scientific downloads this week. And what did I give last week? There was another tidbit that I gave to our viewers, something like that. I don't remember what it was. You know, I just want to try to give people helpful information each week. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
And it sounds like you do too, Meg. So I just want to encourage that. And Kayla as well with the stuff she's going to be talking about. So, you know what I mean? This is great what we're doing here, guys.
I'm excited about doing the frog thing. And, you know, this week I'm kind of more on the news, you know, like, okay, I need to see what's going on, you know, check on that a little bit. So I'll know a little bit more info about that too. I'll be able to.
Meg, have you applied for one of those small business loans? You know what I mean?
No. And you know what? So, you know, every business case, business is different. When I hear about loan, like I hear the loan thing, and I know there's a lot of forgiving, you know, they're going to forgive a lot of things and this and that, but I hear the word loan and I'm like, I don't know if I even want to get into it. And if I don't have to, you know, I don't, you know, I'm just really, you know, kind of pinching the pennies right now. And I'm actually using the unemployment option right now because I feel like in my case, you know, we've been paying into that. So why not use the insurance on that? Which I know, you know, either I take a loan or I use unemployment, and either way, it's gonna, you know, take money from somebody. But I have to do something. So I decided to go the unemployment route, put them on furlough, and
Megan.
Meg, yeah. That's very responsible.
Most of your employees were already laid off and receiving the unemployment before the loans were an option, correct? If I remember correctly.
Actually, you bring up a good point. Yeah, because, and that's actually what's happening right now too, is that people are waiting for these loans to bring these people back, and they're closed. And so, you know, people are waiting to file on unemployment if we can't open them back up or, you know, get them back to work. So it is kind of a mess. That's why I just chose the unemployment method so that my employee, because I know, you know, people are counting on their paychecks. They're not doing this for fun. So I right away told them to do that, and you know, it seems to be working out. They're very happy. I don't have to pay them for doing nothing, and we're using our insurance. So.
Good.
I know my mom had a hard time applying for the loan for her business because she has a small business as well. But her staff, some of them voluntarily left. And then she has some that she's just changed her schedule. So she has a certain number working Monday through Thursday. And then she has some that volunteered to work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so that the social distancing is able to be spread out a little more. So that's kind of how she's dealt with that whole situation. But I also saw that a lot of the loans went to larger companies that were like larger restaurant chains and stuff like that, that actually had money put aside, and they still got the loans over some of the other ones. So I feel like there's some investigation going in through that, and hopefully that works itself out somewhat.
I kind of feel like that happened too, because like a lot of the people that I know that tried to apply for loans, like they're not even hearing anything back, and it was a lot of money that we were giving out. So where did all that money go? It probably kind of went to the bigger chains, which I mean, I could see if they needed to do that after 6 or 8 months, but that they have the money for a little bit, and maybe I guess I shouldn't assume though. But
So
but
on the subject of the small business loans, I didn't apply for one for my business, but I have a friend who has a small business and he applied for one. And I asked him the other day about the status on his loan, and he told me very confidently that he is anticipating getting his loan. He said he was approved, but he says the coffers ran out of money before it was doled out to him. So he figures when the next funds are released, he'll be one of the first ones to get money. That's what he said,
Yeah.
Another thing that I'm sorry, Kayla, go ahead.
I saw that there was another package approved today for the small business in hospitals and stuff like that. So hopefully that'll help out some of these smaller businesses.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a question that I have about this though, okay? It's a loan, and they say that they're gonna, they'll approve you and they'll put this money in your account, but you don't know exactly how much they're going to give you. Like, what if they give you like a $20,000 loan? And I mean, I could totally, give that to my employees and pay my warehouse and stuff, but that's kind of a lot of money. So I'm a little bit wary as to, well, if they just put it in my account, where's the contract? And so, that kind of thing too. I worry a little bit about that, but I'm sure they have that all worked out too. So.
Meg, what you would probably do is it would probably be announced, and then you would probably contact your local bank and try to you would obviously qualify, but go through the application process. You know what I mean? And then the money would be given to you. I don't think they just put it in everybody's accounts,
I don't know, like just the way that it is, it's just, I don't know, it's a little scary. Well, not scary, I'm just wary of it. So I figure I'd just go with what I feel comfortable with and work from there. But I am listening about them. Like I keep it in the back of my head in case, we are stuck like this for a while. But
yeah, I think you're also concerned about racking up debt as a business owner. American citizen, right? Yes. And those are my two concerns also.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If they're going to give me money, please don't call it a loan. Be like, here's the PPP present.
You know what I think they're going to do? I think it will probably be a loan that will look like it'll probably be something like a 2 or 3, like 24 or 36 month interest-free loan. And then, you know what I mean? It would probably be something like that. And then it may be like a fixed rate or something after that, so that people can pay it off or mostly off during the interest-free period of time. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean. And that's what I say, like if I needed it, like super, like, and I was going to take out a loan anywhere, or needed a loan, I would, it is a great thing for that, because it is, basically an interest-free loan. And so I think that's great too.
Yeah, and like I said, they'd probably do something like that so that it won't be abused, and yet it will literally help. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you ladies have anything else you'd like to talk about today?
I think I'm good. I think
Yeah, I think I covered everything that I've seen recently.
Yeah. So I just wanted to once again point out that there's so much free training and stuff right now, guys. There's podcasts we can do. There's obviously these Zoom things people can get together on. There's all kinds of great trainings and stuff. So if you're not already a member of the NFB, I encourage you to become a member and subscribe to their mailing lists so that you can get, information about all the trainings and stuff that are available. And there's lots of other great blind organizations that you can also subscribe to get that kind of information. It's just right now, while we're all stuck at home, but most of us have access to Wi-Fi and computers, why not take advantage of it? So anyway, thank you so much for joining us today on Becca's World for the second episode of The Blind View. Please like, share, and hit the subscribe button. Peace out. Thank you for watching Becca's World. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel.